welcome to a new episode. This time it's getting serious. So here's unit number 3, and before we start to disassemble everything, we will have a look at it, see what issues it has, and analyze from outside where can be the issues. I've added a first aid page on my website, also following some signs from outside by checking several things and getting an idea what might be the reason and what might be broken behind it. That's just based on my experience that I have with this item. It does not mean it is complete or it is exactly the described item which is defect, but it's always good to have a look at it before we starting to disassemble everything. Let's see. Okay, let us switch on unit number 3. We can hear the capstan motor is running. We can see the tape deck LCD shows all the segments. And this means that the tape deck CPU is, for whatever reason, not working. It can just be frozen, maybe there's no power. We will have a closer look at it. But what this also means is that all the keys are not working. Also not the pause, play and stop key of the CD player. Because they are controlled by the tape deck CPU because of automatic recording and synchronized recording. So we can click whatever we want. There's no response. Let's click eject. Well, this is a real issue because if the lid does not open, that means that the slide servo head is in an up position. The problem in this case is that there is a small white lever in the mechanics which is bent in this position. And the problem is if it stays too long in this position, it might loses tension. So it's stuck in this position. It needs to go into a notch, and this probably is not possible anymore. But we cannot tell this from now. Can start the CD. Well, it does not read the CD, it only shows up error. Let's try again. As I said, we cannot use play, pause and stop because the tape deck CPU is not working. All the other keys are working, so it seems that the CD CPU is working. Let's have a look at the tuner. Okay. So that's a good sign. The stereo sound is not working, huh? No, I should light up the stereo sound. Because I know that this radio station has a very good signal and there should be stereo lighting. Anyway, the left channel is working. Yeah, we will see if this just no, it sounds good. Well, that would be a Kim Wilde song. The equalizer. Let's see. Seem to be fine. So that's a good sign. The tuner and the amplifier are working. Well, that's easy. The power LED is lighting. There might also be an issue if the power LED is not working. You can find it. There's the or probably the issue is on the website in the first aid section. So what we can tell now that at least the tape deck CPU is not working, and all of my 3 items had the same issue. So we don't know if the tape deck CPU is just frozen, if it hangs, or if there is a supply voltage missing or something like that. But we will see. And for the CD player, it seems that the decoder panel is not working properly. I'm going to exchange the capacitors first, because it could be a problem with the capacitors. As I said, the light blue Philips capacitors, they're all dried out. They're all out of range, and it's good to exchange them. I'm going to put the chips all on a socket, so that it's easier to exchange them and try to find something if it's wrong. But there's one thing we can check before we disassemble it, the demo mode of the CD player. For this we need to hold the previous, next and time track button and switch on. So we are now in position 0, and in this position it should be possible to move the head with the forward and the rewind key, but no, it's not moving. It should be visible up there. Next position, checking the laser and focus of laser, that is working. Again, the head is not moving. Position 2, so CD is spinning, the head should be in the middle position, should be ready to play for 1 minute. If we click on next, well, it stops, it's not doing this. There's also a little bit of work for the CD player. So we checked from outside what issues it has. As I said, all of my machines had showed the same issue with the LCD display of the tape deck. It shows all the time all segments, which means that the tape deck CPU is basically frozen for whatever reason. Before we start to disassemble, safety first, always unplug the device. And I'm going to move away the speakers. Well, before I start, I need to say I'm not a professional. I'm not an engineer in electronics. I've learned engineering in electronics so many years ago. I have basically no idea anymore. It's also learning for me. I learned a lot with the last 2 units, and I'm very confident that we can fix this one too. There might be other ways to do this. This is my way, if it's right or not. I hope you will find it useful what I'm doing here, and if I can help one to repair this item, I would be very happy. Cheers!